Welcome to the CompTIA Project Plus prepcast by baremetalcyber.com. Communication barriers can disrupt project collaboration, slow decision-making, and cause confusion among team members. These challenges are common in distributed, cross-functional, and global teams where different locations, cultures, and technologies are involved. Barriers often fall into predictable categories, including time zone misalignment, cultural differences, and technology-related issues. Identifying and addressing these barriers early in the project helps maintain productivity and keeps engagement levels high across the team. Time zone differences occur when global teams operate with little or no overlap in working hours. Limited shared availability makes it harder to schedule meetings and coordinate real-time collaboration. As a result, team members may experience delays in receiving responses, feedback, or approvals. Without adjustments to workflows, these delays can accumulate and negatively affect timelines. Flexibility and effective use of asynchronous tools are essential to bridge time gaps and keep work moving forward. Scheduling challenges are a common side effect of time zone separation. Finding a suitable meeting time that works for all participants can be difficult, especially when the team spans several regions. Even when meetings are scheduled, participation may be partial due to the inconvenience of the time for some members. This can cause uneven access to information and force additional follow-up communications to fill gaps. Response delays are another direct impact of time zone differences. A request sent at the end of one team's day may not be seen until the next day by the receiving team. When this happens across multiple exchanges, decision-making can be significantly slowed. Clear expectations for turnaround times help reduce uncertainty and allow team members to plan their work more effectively. Managing time zone challenges begins with practical tools and processes. Shared calendars and world clock applications help identify overlapping working hours. Rotating meeting times can ensure that no single region bears the full inconvenience of after-hours meetings. Recording important meetings provides a way for those who cannot attend live to stay informed and engaged. Establishing clear guidelines for message and approval response times helps keep progress on track. Cultural differences can also create communication barriers. Teams may differ in how they interpret tone, hierarchy, and disagreement. Some cultures value directness and brevity, while others prefer diplomacy and more gradual discussion. Misunderstandings may arise from norms around eye contact, silence, or feedback. Without awareness, these differences can lead to tension, reduced collaboration, or errors in judgment. Cultural awareness starts with building cultural intelligence. Providing training on communication styles and etiquette helps team members understand and adapt to one another's preferences. Encouraging openness to different perspectives creates a respectful and inclusive environment. Using clear, inclusive language and avoiding unfamiliar idioms or jargon reduces the likelihood of confusion. Leaders and project managers should adjust their communication style to match the needs of a diverse team. Language and terminology issues add another layer of complexity. Language barriers can slow comprehension and lead to misinterpretation. The use of industry jargon, acronyms, or slang may exclude or confuse non-native speakers. Misunderstanding key terms can cause mistakes that affect quality and timelines. To counter this, teams can use glossaries, provide written summaries, and support messages with visual aids. Simplicity and clarity are important in all communication, but are critical when language differences exist. Repeating key information in multiple formats reinforces understanding. Avoiding overly complex sentence structures and focusing on essential points make messages easier to process and act upon. Technological barriers can prevent effective communication if tools are unreliable or inaccessible. Poor internet connections, platform incompatibility, and inconsistent adoption of communication tools all disrupt workflows. If team members are unfamiliar with the tools in use, conversations and file sharing may become fragmented across different channels. Selecting the right communication tools means choosing platforms that are reliable accessible to all members, and appropriate for the types of messages being exchanged. All team members should have access to the same tools and receive training on their use. Integrating platforms reduces the need to switch between systems and minimizes the risk of missed messages. Matching the tool to the urgency and complexity of the message, such as using video calls for urgent discussions and shared documents for detailed updates, ensures better results. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Providing technology training and support is essential for removing barriers that prevent effective participation. Teams should receive clear, structured training on the core communication platforms they will be expected to use. This training should cover both basic and advanced functions, ensuring that all members are able to use features that improve collaboration. Quick reference guides, step-by-step documentation, and accessible help desk resources give team members a way to solve problems on their own. New members should be onboarded with dedicated sessions on tool usage, and regular refreshers help reinforce consistent adoption of features across the team. Standardizing communication practices helps create clarity and efficiency in distributed teams. Clear naming conventions for files and messages make it easier to locate and organize information. Agreed-upon formats for messages and document templates ensure that important details are never omitted. Setting explicit expectations for response times reduces ambiguity and helps prioritize tasks appropriately. Documenting escalation paths provides a predefined process for resolving urgent issues. Shared guidelines for email usage, instant messaging etiquette, and file sharing procedures ensure that all team members operate with the same understanding of communication norms. Aligning expectations across stakeholders addresses another common source of miscommunication. Misalignment often happens when different teams assume varying standards for what information is necessary, when it should be shared, and through which channels. To prevent this, the project team should clearly define reporting requirements, escalation processes, and the roles responsible for each type of communication. Establishing a predictable reporting schedule and maintaining consistent contact points ensures that information flows smoothly. Regular alignment meetings help synchronize expectations as the project evolves. Visual communication aids can be a powerful way to overcome barriers created by language, culture, or technical complexity. Diagrams, timelines, and dashboards present information in a format that can be quickly understood across different audiences. Visual tools can simplify the explanation of complex workflows, system architectures, or project schedules. Charts and graphs allow trends to be identified without relying solely on text, which can be misinterpreted. Incorporating visuals into reports and presentations helps reinforce key points and improves comprehension for all stakeholders. Building a communication-friendly culture requires deliberate effort from leadership and team members alike. Transparency should be encouraged so that information is shared openly rather than withheld. Openness to feedback and respectful dialogue helps build trust among team members. Recognizing and celebrating responsiveness reinforces the value of timely communication. Creating safe spaces for questions, clarifications, and idea sharing ensures that team members feel comfortable contributing to discussions without fear of judgment. Over time, a culture that values communication strengthens team cohesion and effectiveness. Addressing silence and non-participation is an important part of maintaining an inclusive communication environment. Silence can have different meanings depending on cultural context. It may signal agreement, uncertainty, or disengagement. Project managers should actively seek clarification when team members are quiet during discussions, ensuring their perspectives are heard. Anonymous surveys and digital feedback tools can provide alternative ways for individuals to express their views. Following up directly with quiet team members can uncover concerns or ideas that might otherwise remain hidden. Escalating communication issues appropriately helps resolve persistent barriers before they become project risks. If certain communication gaps repeat despite earlier interventions, the matter should be brought to the attention of the appropriate authority, such as functional managers, team leads, or HR. Before escalating the issue, and all attempted solutions should be documented to provide context. Timely escalation prevents misunderstandings from becoming entrenched and demonstrates a commitment to resolving issues professionally. Monitoring communication effectiveness ensures that chosen methods and tools continue to meet project needs. Project managers can track indicators such as missed deadlines, recurring misunderstandings, or frequent requests for clarification to identify patterns. Surveys, retrospectives, and stakeholder feedback sessions provide valuable insights into how communication is perceived and where improvements can be made. Adjusting formats, tools, or frequency based on feedback keeps communication strategies relevant and effective. In summary, communication barriers in projects often stem from time zone differences, cultural variations, language challenges, and technological issues. These barriers can be overcome with a combination of adaptability, clear processes, and cultural awareness. Project teams should plan communication intentionally, ensure inclusivity, and monitor performance continuously. Removing these barriers not only improves efficiency, but also strengthens collaboration and trust across the entire project team. Thank you for listening. Please follow baremetalcyber.com on social media and check out our books at cyberauthor.me.